Hello, welcome to Engineer's Escape. My name's Jake and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own homemade battery. Your battery went out on your flashlight in the middle of your camping trip. Now I know what you're thinking. The only thing you brought with you was an ice cube tray, a jar of peaches, 6 pieces of copper tube, and a roll of aluminum foil. Well, that's actually probably not likely, but you'll probably be able to find this stuff around the house at least. Peaches. Man, I really love peaches. Very good. Now, of course, it'd be a waste to make a battery out of some perfectly good peaches. So we'll eat those first. Well, peaches are great and all. But now that I'm all filled up, let's go ahead and make a battery. So how are we going to make a battery? All I've done so far is filled this up. There's something you have to understand about batteries. There's really 4 main components to any electrochemical cell. One is the electrolyte, and that is what we are going to use this peach juice for. All this is peach juice, and I just filled it the rest of the way up with water. So that liquid is the electrolyte. So what's an electrolyte? It's any kind of solution that will conduct electricity. That can be seawater, mostly any water other than really pure water, or distilled water in other words, like tap water. That'll conduct electricity. Coca-Cola, Powerade, that'll conduct electricity. You could use that, but we're going to use this peach juice. Next thing you need is a cathode. Today we're going to be using a piece of copper pipe, or copper tubing, 1/2 inch, that I had laying around. Now what's a cathode? A cathode is an electrode, or in other words, if you have a battery, you'll notice there's a positive end and then there's a negative end. To not get super technical right now, the cathode, assuming your battery is discharging, is the positive side. And the word cathode has a T in it, which looks like a plus sign, so there's a way to remember it. Next thing you need is an anode. In this case, today it's going to be aluminum foil. So what's an anode? Well, an anode is an electrode, in other words, a terminal on a battery. So remember, there's the positive and the negative, and if you assume the battery is discharging, in other words, it's giving power to something, then your anode is the negative terminal on your battery. And that's what this aluminum foil is going to be today. A way to remember that your anode is your negative, assuming your battery is discharging, is that anode has the first 2 letters AN. You can think of it like other words like antagonist, the negative guy in the show, or not the good guy, so the negative guy, etc. Other words like that. So cathode, positive electrode; anode, negative electrode. The last thing you need for an electrochemical cell is a path for which the electrons to flow, the electronic path or metallic path. And that can be something like a wire. So let's see how to actually make this. So all you need to do to actually make the actual battery is take your anode and put it in your water, or your electrolyte. In this case, we're using peach juice. Here's our negative electrode, and here's our positive cathode. And there we have it, a battery. believe it or not. Some key components here. These two things are not touching under the water. They're only connected through the solution. Now, in order to get anything useful out of this, we're going to have to add a metallic path up here out of the solution between the anode and the cathode. We'll see if this wee little LED will light up. Before we do that, let's check the voltage on this battery. We have our meter set to volts DC. We touch the negative to this, the positive to this. You can see there on the voltmeter you have 0.56 volts. If you don't know, a AAA typically puts out a voltage of about 1.5 volts. So this one's putting out 1.6 volts right now. Let's test our other one. 1.6 volts. So what would happen if we took these two and put them back to back like this? This is called batteries in series. When batteries are in series, their voltages are added together to give you the sum of those voltages. We're getting 3.2 volts. So similarly, with a homemade battery, if you had several of those and you put them in series, you could get a higher voltage. That's what we're going to try and do here. Okay, and there we have it, our battery, and the last piece is going to be this. It's going to serve as our last anode, and then it's going to serve also as our metallic path, and we're going to put our light bulb between this and this and see what happens. Alright, 2.58, not bad for a homemade battery. And the positive is going to go on this side here, and the negative, the aluminum foil, is going to go on this side. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that video about how to make your own homemade battery. And if you have any questions at all, just be sure to leave a comment below. And if you want to learn more about electricity, just check out some of my other videos. Thanks for watching.